Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, where we dive into the most epic and thought-provoking TV series out there. Today, we're going to explore one of the most iconic and influential sci-fi shows of all time, Battlestar Galactica. If you're a fan of space operas, complex characters, and philosophical debates, then this series is definitely for you. But be warned, once you start watching, it's hard to stop, and you'll be hooked from the very first episode. So, let's jump into the world of Battlestar Galactica and see what makes it so special. For those who may not be familiar with the show, Battlestar Galactica is a reimagining of the 1978 series of the same name. The new series, which aired from 2004 to 2009, was developed by Ronald D. Moore and David Icke, and it's a completely different beast from the original. The story takes place in a distant future, where humanity has colonized several planets in a distant star system. The 12 colonies of Kobol, as they're called, are home to a population of billions, and they're on the brink of war with the Cylons, a cybernetic species that was created by humans. The Cylons, who were once nothing more than machines, have evolved into a highly advanced and sophisticated species, with their own culture, language, and religion. They're determined to wipe out humanity and take over the universe, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their goal. The humans, on the other hand, are divided and fragmented, with each colony having its own government, military, and culture. They're not prepared for the Cylon attack, and when it comes, they're caught off guard. The series follows the story of the Battlestar Galactica, an ancient and outdated battleship that's been preserved as a museum. When the Cylons attack, the Galactica is the only ship that's not destroyed, and it becomes the flagship of the human fleet. The show's protagonist, Commander William Adama, played by Edward James Olmos, is a seasoned military officer who's determined to protect his crew and the remaining human survivors. He's aided by his son, Lee Adama, played by Jamie Bamber, who's a skilled pilot and a natural leader. As the series progresses, we're introduced to a wide range of characters, each with their own unique personality, backstory, and motivations. There's President Laura Roslin, played by Mary McDonnell, who's a former education secretary who becomes the president of the 12 colonies after the Cylon attack. She's a complex and nuanced character, who's forced to make difficult decisions in order to ensure the survival of humanity. Then there's Kara Thrace, played by Katie Sackhoff, who's a tough and feisty pilot, known as Starbuck. She's a brilliant warrior, but she's also struggling with her own personal demons, and her character arc is one of the most compelling in the series. One of the things that sets Battlestar Galactica apart from other sci-fi shows is its complex and realistic portrayal of politics, war, and human nature. The show's creators are not afraid to tackle tough topics, such as terrorism, torture, and the morality of war. They also explore the consequences of playing with advanced technology, and the dangers of creating machines that are smarter and more powerful than humans. The show's themes are timeless and universal, and they're just as relevant today as they were when the series first aired. Throughout the series, we see the characters struggling to come to terms with their new reality, and to find a way to survive in a universe that's hostile and unforgiving. They face numerous challenges, from Cylon attacks to internal power struggles, and they're forced to make difficult decisions in order to stay alive. Along the way, they discover that the Cylons are not just mindless machines, but a complex and multifaceted species, with their own culture and motivations. As the series progresses, we see the characters evolve and grow, and their relationships with each other become more complex and nuanced. We see the development of romantic relationships, friendships, and rivalries, and we're forced to confront our own emotions and biases. The show's characters are multidimensional and flawed, and they're not always easy to like or root for. But that's what makes them so compelling, and that's what makes the show so addictive. Now, let's talk about some of the character arcs and themes that make Battlestar Galactica so special. One of the most interesting aspects of the show is its exploration of identity and humanity. The Cylons, who are essentially machines, are forced to confront their own existence and purpose, and they begin to question whether they're truly alive. The humans, on the other hand, are forced to confront their own mortality, and to wonder whether they're worth saving. The show also explores the theme of leadership and power, and the consequences of playing with advanced technology. We see the rise and fall of different leaders, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and we're forced to confront the difficult decisions that they have to make. We also see the dangers of unchecked power, and the consequences of allowing machines to make decisions for us. Another interesting aspect of the show is its portrayal of politics and war. The series is set in a universe where the Cylons are the enemy, but it's not always clear who the good guys are. We see the humans engaging in questionable tactics, such as torture and terrorism, and we're forced to confront the morality of their actions. We also see the Cylons, who are often portrayed as the villains, but who are also capable of compassion, empathy, and love. In conclusion, Battlestar Galactica is a thought-provoking and emotionally charged series that's not to be missed. It's a show that will challenge your assumptions, make you question your values, and leave you feeling emotionally drained. But it's also a show that will inspire you, motivate you, and leave you feeling hopeful about the future. With its complex characters, nuanced themes, and realistic portrayal of politics and war, Battlestar Galactica is a must-watch for anyone who loves science fiction, drama, or just great storytelling in general. So, what's my rating for Battlestar Galactica? I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. The show's only weakness is its sometimes slow pacing, and the fact that it can be overwhelming to watch at times. But overall, it's a masterpiece of science fiction, and a must-watch for anyone who loves the genre. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Battlestar Galactica. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more TV series summaries, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest content. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, keep on watching, and I'll see you in the next video.